Welcome to the Double Click from One Click Retail. I'm Nathan Rigby.
And I'm Pete Andrews.
And today we're going to talk about the what
and the so what
of drugstores. Okay? First of all, a reminder about the E-commerce Accelerator Summit, April 24th and 25th in New York City, New York. We already have 100 people from the smartest brands and strategic agencies having signed up. So please sign up and make sure that you're in attendance because it's going to be a really exciting conference. All right, Amazon Effect Drugstore. Pete, when we're talking about drugstores, what are we talking about?
Talking about health and personal care. A $3.2 billion business with a 44% growth.
On Amazon.
On
right?
Amazon. We're talking about beauty, $1.5 billion business on Amazon at a 41% growth, and we're talking about over-the-counter drugs, $540 million in sales on Amazon, 59% growth. Huge categories, huge growth.
So that's the what. We also want to talk about the so what. We're going to get to that in the beauty and the OTC space. But first, one of the themes that we constantly talk about are digitally native brands. And when we talk about digitally native brands, we're talking about those brands that are really optimizing and punching above their weight class. Two that really stand out in the OTC space. One's a great friend and a partner, Highlands. The other one is Boiron. Two really smart homeopathic drug companies that are really optimizing the interest in their products and figuring out how to win on Amazon where others are maybe falling short. Back to our original double click, the beauty and the OTC space. All right, Pete, talk to me about beauty.
We're going to talk about lotion today, and let's see if Nate can do this. He's been practicing this all day. Here it is. So we're going to talk about, nice.
Keep going, keep going.
We're going to talk about three different brands, three different items, two that are highly established. So you got your Aveeno made by Johnson & Johnson, and you have Nivea by Beiersdorf, and then you have this up-and-coming brand called CeraVe. So Nathan, out of the three, which one do you think would be?
Well, I very much recognize Aveeno and Nivea. They're classic lotion brands that I'm very familiar with. CeraVe is a newer one that I'm not as familiar with. So
yeah, exactly. So what's interesting is on Amazon, you're right, Aveeno is number one, but CeraVe is actually number two and actually coming up and overtaking this Aveeno item. Well, one other piece of this is this Nivea brand is actually not performing that well compared with these two. And as we looked at these items, one of these things is not like the other. And we found is two of these items are subscribe and save.
Smart.
And one of these items are not.
Not as smart.
Subscribe and save is a really important feature within this category because these are items that people are purchasing over and over again. It makes sense that I want to subscribe to them and get them.
It also leads into your second point about search optimization because purchase share conversion is such an important part of how you win in search, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's important that search becomes a major source of your traffic on Amazon. Over 90% of all purchases begin with search.
Wow.
And what's interesting is your Aveeno product right here, out of the top 10,000 key terms, it's on 6 of those top 10,000 on Amazon.
Shout out to Johnson & Johnson. Good work, guys.
Your CeraVe product right here, it's actually in 4 of the top 10,000.
Not too bad, and it makes sense why you're growing so fast. Well done.
Your Nivea product, it's only in 1. It's important to know what your customers are searching for and optimizing and targeting for those search terms that are going to give you the most traffic.
All right, the second space.
We're going to talk about OTC.
All right, OTC. Let's see how you do.
Oh man.
Come on.
1, 2, 3. Here we go.
When we talk about OTC, we're talking about stomach-related products. When we look at OTC, it's all about traffic. If you look about how to drive traffic, it's all about those eyeballs and getting as much visibility as possible. What we're really proud at One Click Retail is that we help our brand manufacturers measure actual glance views and corresponding conversion. It's one of those canary in the coal mine metrics that are helping our customers really beat their competitors in remarkable ways. All right, second part, private brands. Now, private brands have not yet entered into the OTC space, but we all have a very good understanding that Jeff Bezos and the Amazon team have no intention of not innovating across every area of retail. So there's a lot to come here across Amazon's investment into healthcare. So what do we know?
Yeah, right now, Amazon Elements has entered into the vitamin space, and not a lot of concern there in all honesty. About $5,000 in sales a week, so not a big player overall.
Negligible.
And that's something that we've seen with a lot of Amazon brands is that they have these starts that are not that great and then they sort of fizzle out. It's part of Amazon's test and learn mentality that they have, that some are going to fizzle out and some are going to do well. What is important to monitor is those other up and coming brands.
Well, you have a smart brand like Good Sense. Good Sense is the #1 brand in OTC. So Good Sense is a good indicator to what Amazon will probably start to model their entry into this space after. So anyway, great thoughts today about the drugstore, beauty and OTC. We encourage subscribe and save. We obviously want you to go and optimize search and then be ready about how the data is informing you around private brands and digitally native brands. If you have any questions, reach out to your insights manager. If you're not a client, please reach out to us at info@oneclickretail.com. Have a great day.